You must be the change you want to see in the world. This was the great quote used by Mahatma Gandhi to symbolize that we, the people, are responsible for creating the change we want to see in the world. I look at humanity and I see power, I see beauty, I see strength, I see potential. We have been conditioned through the media, through the peer pressure, through the programming, to think that we are weak, to think that we are inferior, to make us think that we are powerless. As I speak to you right now, there are millions of women and children starving to death. There are millions of people without food or shelter. As I speak to you, the enemy is taking more and more of our freedoms away. Our world is being conquered by a few selfish people who have been corrupted by power. These are weak, pathetic people who are so scared of humanity that they poison the water, they poison the air, they stage fake terror attacks to take away our freedoms and enslave us. Just imagine how scared they are of you. We are losing the battle. Every day that goes by, our enemy is getting closer and closer to achieving their goal. And for those of you who are trying to hide, I'm hoping that none of this will affect you. Well, remember, you're still a member of the losing team. Because the globalists don't care about you or your family. If we don't put a stop to this, in a few years, we are going to be living in a global system worse than Nazi Germany. What will you do then? What will you do when you're against the wall and there's nowhere to run or hide and it's totally clear what you face? We are in a moment in time where our enemy hasn't won yet. And we have a chance to break free of our condition. And start by simply turning off the TVs, getting ourselves off the fluoridated water, the time has come to get angry, and not get angry and cause violence, but get angry and start opening our minds and really to start finding out what's going on. Instead of watching 10 hours of MTV, instead we can get home and read a book. Why don't you find out what a central bank is? Or why don't you go and find out why only a few people own most of the wealth of the world? It's all there. You just have to go looking for it. But the elite seek to shadow your mind. They seek to distract you with all these dumb programs that put nonsense in your head. All these fake programs that none of it's real, it's all fantasy. Free your mind. Defeat the enemy that wants to distract you. Now, they say knowing your enemy is half the battle. Now, we know that the elite are terrified of humanity. Now, and we know they are not afraid of protesting or of violence. They actually want us to be violent. They want us to go out there and get violent, so then they have a reason to attack us. But the one thing they are terrified of is non-compliance. They are terrified of people not obeying the system. That's what they are afraid of.